Do you
No,
know
I
much
haven't
about
seen
Mr.
him.
Limpone? So you know he is JW's brother.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say it. Like, come on, mister. You're supposed to know this. You're on the younger side of CS. I'm the old man here.
Yeah, so I've actually cast one of his games before then. I remember
There
that.
we
It's
go.
just for some reason the name didn't actually ring through in my head. Yeah, I cast him. I'm not sure on what team I cast him. I think it was like Property, but it was way, way back.
It was probably the Property or the Tempo Storm lineup. They had that little stint over towards NA and that side of things. But either way, we're starting on Bind here. It's a quarter-final game. It's a best of 3, remember, which we love to see. FPX certainly the keen favourites in this one, but FPX have had some crazy games where they've dropped maps. They've not shown us their full form, so to speak. But so far in this tournament in group stages, they dominated.
Oh yeah, this has been their tournament group stage, all group stage long. And really coming into this game, you'd imagine that they're going to be looking to absolutely stomp out one of their former teammates. LATEKS wants revenge, but FPX don't want to give it to them. Starting on the attacking side, it's going to be movement in towards the B site. They've managed to avoid that drone though. And I'm surprised they're sticking in towards this stack on long. 2 players here, one for Elbow, who's just holding down the Paranoia. Excuse me, the Paranoia. This is a really good setup. And look, camera's going to spot them. Paranoia about to come through. Double peek right afterwards. This is so good. 1 kill, but that's not all they get. Only the 1 extra conversion, though, and then late to what are you doing?
Meddo! Meddo getting it done. Showing his stuff straight away. Limpone's going to be completely destroyed by Zyppaan. Not only is it Zyppaan go kill, it's FPX go kill. As only Shrew remains. He's got no armor either. He's got the ghost. He's looking for opportunities. But it's going to be a struggle to find them.
Oh man. What, like, I need to process what happened towards the start of that round. Shrew's trying to process where his enemies are. But really, this should not be an easy fight to win. He isolates the first. Realized there was a second player there as well, and has a read on the long guy, but he's been spotted by the cam. That's going to buy them some extra time, and now they can just play that clock down. There's no way Shrew wins this, really. They're trying to bait him off. He's got it halfway. They got him eventually, but that could have been dangerous. So,
now,
what was that?
I've just realized something else as well.
Uh-huh.
So we got 2 Gamers players in here. So Limpone was in Gamers as well, as Meddo. Meddo was in Season 2, Limpone was in Season 1.
Oh, very good. So these guys have barely missed each other before.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
You know, I don't know what happened there towards the start of this, though. Like, you had that opening duel on long. They managed to trade it out. Epzz, excuse me, finding the 2 kills. And then they just swung. They just looked for more. I think they realized they had lost Hookah and thought that swinging out and looking for the kills was their best option. But man, that backfired.
FPX, right? They continue to interest us in the agent composition in Europe. They like to mix up a lot more than some of the other teams. I heard from Angel directly. We were speaking to each other, and he was going, I'm really enjoying the fact that I can use the double smokes coming down, right? And they come out faster. I can have triple smokes if I want to. He sees it much more viable than the Omen, despite the buffs to Omen and how everyone else really likes to be a fan of it. But on Bind specifically, he sees the smokes being his way forward. They love a breach and a brim, which is most exciting as well.
Yeah, well, see, when you're not playing the Omen, you kind of need that breach because you miss out on the strongest flashes in the game. And obviously, Brimstone doesn't have the ability to play those flashes. So a breach has to come in to make up for that missed ability. So you have some form of extra entry potential, especially when you're on the attacking side. Those 2 then eat up a lot of your DPS ability. The shock dart kill from Limpone is massive. Shrew gets in for another, and they've got weapons to work with now.
And that's scary, right? When you're on a round like this, especially when some players don't opt to have weapons in their hands, giving weapons away, especially a Phantom, is not what you want to be doing. Now, Zyppaan, he's got great aim. He does have that ghost, but he's going to be walking straight into Shrew on the Bulldog. Oh, so much damage delivered. Epzz there as well, but Zyppaan, what? What? With a ghost? Mitch!
It's just downright ridiculous.
Zyppaan is just another level.
It's getting a bit much, honestly. We meme the name all the time, the Zyppaan go kill.
Oh.
But geez, he just does it every time, doesn't he?
it's Zyppaan, yeah, can just dominate game after game for FPX. But then Shao comes online as well. You just go, cool, you guys win. You know, let's walk away from this.
Oh,
game.
yeah. Oh, 100%. And the thing is, we've seen other players like Meddo slot up into those roles as well every now and then. I think Shao and Zyppaan 100% of the players that you look to do the most damage. But I'm actually going to check the highest rated players at the moment. So it's actually...
While you do that, right, I'll give you the pick and ban. So FPX banned Descent, SKADE picked Bind, FPX picked Haven, Split was the last map. Ooh.
Interesting. So we've got Yassine up there, top rated. LATEKS just behind him. And you jump down. It's actually Meddo, who's the highest rated for FPX. And he's the only player for the team in the top 9, I think. Maybe not top 10, but Angel is next. Then Shao. So we're not seeing Zyppaan go kill all too much. He's way
just
down.
Off these games though, right?
Off the group stages. Yeah.
So they dominated in their group stages, and I guess they did it as team performance, which is probably why you just don't see some players fly out with crazy stats, you know?
Exactly.
If they kept it consistent and concise. So you can't really, like, I can see what you're pulling out there, but from the viewer perspective, you can't pull that out and be like, they're not so good, you know? It's like very situational as Epzz walks straight into Zyppaan. He's just delivering again and again. The Raze is running on forward. They may have weapons in their hands now, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. SKADE are being dominated. Those final 2 players are going to run away and save straight away. And I don't blame them. I don't want to be facing a 5v2, so just give up my weapons in a round.
So the thing that blows me away on that one is I think it just underlines the point that Meddo obviously is a hell of a solid player. You've got so much potential on the FPX roster to pick up if Zyppaan isn't feeling it, which, let's be real, has happened once. Ever. I saw that game. Other than that, he's like 30 kills consistent. And then when you're looking towards Shao as well. But the other guys can pick it up. And that's the most impressive part about the FPX roster. Obviously, they come in. You can say, oh, they've only got X amount of games under their belt. What must be less than 15 maps. Maybe a little bit more. But either way, regardless of what the figure is, they've got far more as a core 3. And then the other 2 come from the same team as well. Obviously, Angel and Shao coming in from Party Pirates, and then the ex-Fabrican guys. So, realistically, this is a team that in fragments has been together a long time, since beta. And then, as a whole, they've slotted together from day one very, very well.
What I love here as well for this FPX lineup is, okay, Shadow, it doesn't show his age, but like Angel's my age, so he's 30. We're up in the rocking the old. Zyppaan's 18, Shao's 20, Meddo's 21. He's just rocking it with the young dudes, right? He's just like, you know what? I'll find all these young fraggers. I'll IGL. I'll make this look really good and sexy. And then, do you know what? Someone who doesn't get enough credit when you look on the FPX side is Doom Bros, their coach. A top team with a coach that's definitely viable, definitely putting the work in. He doesn't make it all about him. He's there just grinding for the team. You don't see him just going all gung-ho on Twitter trying to claim the fame for everything.
Trying to find Shadow's date of birth over on Wikipedia. It doesn't come up there either, so I don't know. He's an unknown quantity.
Sure. Yeah, because I personally don't really know him, so I had no idea. So even you couldn't find it. That makes sense.
He's a mystery.
He's just stunting as a 16-year-old, and he never ages. That's what he's saying, right? He's like Peter Pan.
Well, he's certainly not in Neverland when it comes to round wins. They're all over that. It's another one. That Nebula skin, I love it so much, but God, I would not be able to play with it. I couldn't do it. Like every time I walk, I'd be like, wow.
Well, if people in chat want to get some skins and they want the points to do it, they can type ! giveaway in chat. See, you've just lined me up nicely. There's 10,500 Valorant points because they won't have to be cheap like you. They'll win the points and grab themselves a nice skin. How much is that for the skin?
That pack is €71, so 7,100 points. So it's,
don't tell my fiance I'm not spending more money than
I'm not logging in to buy it right now. She comes in, you're like, it's for work. It's for work. I need it.
Yeah. I need it to be good.
Listen, I've just, Gobby's inspired me. I'm going to go back to playing professionally.
Here I go again.
Gonna get the 4 kings out. It's going to be beautiful. Look, the 4-0 for FPX. It's a good start. Now they come up against a little bit of a buy from SKADE. Things can get a bit dangerous because it's a mix, right? And this is where it gets a bit spicy. You've got judges coming out. You've got bulldogs. You've got, I think I even saw a stinger and a judge. There you go. It's dominated in Europe. We didn't see it at all in the Asian Ignition series. Oh, that is heartbreaking.
Boom, boom, pow. Zyppaan now up in the air. He's going to pop it. Oh, EPCZ. You were hoping it might have been. Oh, wow. This is just so unfortunate. SKADE are getting rocked left, right, and center. They don't stand a chance. And FPX, they're bringing the flames. That Phoenix is living in the nightmares of the SKADE players' heads.
You know, that was an odd... So, really good read, first of all. Really good comms for Zyppaan to be able to go through and know that, obviously, the wall had just been thrown up in hookah. He clears sight. He then knows, okay, Sage is still hookah. Can't see her on these angles. There's only one place she can be. Maybe she could have been tucked in on the wall, but willing to take that risk. Then, after that, what LATEKS was doing TPing up on top of that wall, I do not know. Like, that was one of the strangest, because even if the player isn't in hookah, they're going to see you from sight. They can actually see you from where that rocket was initially shot. So a very odd bit of decision making. I guess maybe he thought that the players would immediately ignore the rest of hookah and look for spawn or something like that, but they didn't. And so it doesn't pay off, and he looks a bit silly. TPing into the bullets.
Well, here we go. Bit of a head-to-head. And, well, Zyppaan, doesn't surprise me. He's closing in on 300, you know. Like you said, he's not even had a phenomenal couple of games yet. He's just been out there playing his normal stuff, rocking it in style.
Yeah. In this tournament, actually, I must pull that back up and take a look at it, what his rating is in this tournament alone. But it's not tremendously high. Can I search a name? No, let me just zoom down to the middle. So at the moment he's got a 218, which is funny because that's decent, but still, like
it's still good
for
just
Zyppaan,
in comparison to him, you know. Not quite the same.
This kind of guy that like averages 300 per tourney up against G2, Liquid, and all these boys, you know. It's a 16-team tournament special, dominating first rounds, and he's not even needed to win those games.
Oh, the Sova ult coming through. Shao looking to land it. He's trying to follow as many as possible, but Zyppaan's actually gone down. So a good opening kill here for SKADE. They've also got the reviving in case anyone goes down. This could be their shot at getting around on the board. They've been put down 5-0. The spike's not going to be planted just yet. And remember, with no Sage up for FPX, they won't be walling anything off. They're going to rely on the smokes. Oh, the ult's going to force him out of position. They managed to then swing the advantage in their favor. FPX play it to perfection, but Limpone, he's trying to hit some shots with his own ult. He's working that Hunter's Fury. But he swings and he misses. Spike will be planted. Still a great chance with this revive. It's exactly what gets put up. As LATEKS is... Oh no! How unlucky! Meddo's just there, ready and waiting. And once again, SKADE, their chances get absolutely shut down. Do they still go for this?
Surely not. I don't think so. It's time to run away. Save for another day. I don't know if you've watched The Witcher, Banks. I presume you have.
Yeah.
You know the witches in it? I know someone's going to give out to me for calling them witches, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. I don't know. I've only played a bit of the Witcher games. But Yennefer and stuff, the way they have to like absorb life from one place to give it to another. That's I feel like that's what just happened. The Raze went through and Epzz just dies for it, sacrifices his life, puts it into that body.
Yeah, just so you don't trigger people, she's actually a sorcerer.
I actually knew that as well.
How have you not played the game?
So I have, right. Here's the thing. Not
very well. This game is playable from start to finish multiple times, Mitch. Come on.
Oh yeah, I just haven't finished it. I've played like a bit of it, and then I got lost. I went to a place I was too low skilled for. I've played 32 hours actually, I've just checked, in fairness. That's quite a while, but I like to do all the side quests, like everything, you know? When one comes up, I'm helping people carry a pot across the town, and halfway through I'm like, why am I doing this? But I regret it every time. But then the next time someone goes, I need to move a pot. I'm like, oh, I'll help you, buddy, no problem. Make a bit of gold. Do I need gold? No, but hey, he needs to move his pot.
I don't think I ever helped anyone in Witcher move a pot, but yeah, great, Mitch. Great work. Oh no, they're getting it. Oh, Shadow. They try to sneak through, and everything SKADE tries just gets destroyed. FPX attacking side, oh so dominant. Realistically, they've not been tested so far, Mitch. That's the big problem here.
Yeah. There's been no real signs of life from SKADE, right? And you expect something. Considering this is the team that knocked out Liquid, considering LATEKS dropped 30 kills in that series, you're looking for that SKADE. But at the moment, it ain't there. Their defensive side's looking about as flat as can be. This long push. Oh, be careful, because there's a player stood there waiting for it. And on range, shorties don't win that fight. Shao with a quick triple to close that. Gorgeous work.
Now, Mitch, I'm going to do some quick maths here, right?
All right.
If FPX win, currently we don't know, right? That's not just this game, but like whole series. They'll face either G2 or Rix.
Right.
In the semis. So we're potentially getting FPX versus G2 as an epic semis. Then you've got Nip Big, Bonk, Angry Titans. You could be getting Nip taking on Bonk as an example, which is another rivalry. And we're set for such amazing games in this tournament. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Before someone says it, right? G2 versus FPX as a semifinal. That is nuts. 100%. But obviously the groups were drawn randomly. So this was all set up like it was weighted in terms of
randomly, right? We had tiers for
of course
groups,
no
yeah.
Of course not completely randomly. It was each divided 4 teams per tier, and then they were separated out so that the skill in groups. But what I mean is you didn't know if G2 would be group A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
So it's not fixed like that, right? It's not structured in the way it would be where seed 1 and 2 should be meeting each other in the finals. And I think that's a more fair way to do it, because at the moment seeding is hard to do.
So open. Yeah, mate. Completely. Well, Shao, he's on his shout-stopping form. He doesn't need to be on a Raze to do any of that, because he is just the man when it comes to fragging out. He may be getting slightly overshadowed by Zyppaan on multiple occasions within this team, but he's got a different role to play, right? He was the star of Party Parrots. When it comes to playing on this team, he's the second star alongside Meddo. It's Zyppaan, Meddo, and Shao that I'm always looking at. And so, of course, flying headshots, you know. He's even ADSing. Why the hell not? They'll keep just spraying down. Limpone's going to run away. He doesn't want to have anything to do with this. Oh, wow. They try to exit. They try to save, but that's not going to work out. Still 4 alive for FPX, and they're having a field day. They looked unstoppable in groups. They've not slowed down at all coming into this either, Mitch.
Yeah, this is the scary FPX, right? And the thing is, when I jumped the gun, I think, on picking... Well, no, I think it's fair in a way. Liquid being picked as my team that could overthrow G2. FPX are definitely the second on the list for that one. And obviously, we've seen Bonk play very well, but I don't know if they're quite at that level yet where I'd be saying that about them. I just want to point out as well, LATEKS, 30 kills versus Liquid, 0 for 8 right now. Like, that is a hell of a turnaround game to game. And it's not all on him. Like, it's not like, oh, well, this guy hasn't got 10 kills, so they're losing. SKADE are just being outclassed on an individual level. Now, versus FPX, they should be. But versus that game, because of that game versus Team Liquid, I had so much faith. I had so much hope. And whilst it's still obviously doable for them, correct me if I'm wrong, this is SKADE's pick, isn't it?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Don't look like it.
SKADE decided to pick Bind, but FPX is a very key map for them as well, right? So I guess because they had success on Bind against Liquid, they thought, yeah, we can do it against FPX. Well, you're going up against a team that plays very different style to what Liquid play. Liquid a bit more strategical, a bit more execute style and heavy. We can see from FPX that, yeah, they've got the tactical backup from Angel, but sometimes it is the whole just go kill mentality, the full divide, the full rush forward. Right now it's 9-0. And people may be thinking, well, what on earth's going on? SKADE have even tried to mix it up. We've seen them try to get aggressive on some rounds. We've seen them play defensive. We've seen them try and stack sites to a little bit. None of it's worked so far. None of it. Like, literally, this is FPX just playing and hitting heads and looking really good on the executes.
So, you know, if this was a mixed team, I'd say, oh, well, what happens when they're challenged? Then they go to their B plan, but they definitely have B plans. We know that. We know they're solid as well. But at the moment, they're on the A game. They're playing loose. They're playing themselves. And what I mean by loose, not that their play style is loose in the way that we would typically insult teams, you know, if they're losing because they're playing, well, too loose. But it's more in a way that they're coming into this and not being challenged. They're playing relaxed in that sense. That you won't have any panic in comms. You won't have any negativity. This is just pure glee.
Oh no, the ult commitment. LATEKS though, he finally finds a kill, Mitch, but he's only good for one. The lockdown's starting to come in. The heal's up there, but it's not going to be worth it because Shao just runs around the corner. FPX still have control, but they need to deal with Limpone. The smoke's going to shut him out of this fight to start off with. There's a couple of ults online though, including the Jett one. That might be viable here for SKADE in a round that's so close for them to potentially have. Limpone starts to try and spray through the smoke. It's not able to connect, but Zyppaan's fallen. PHYRN, he's hitting the shots and he's doing the damage. This is huge. Is it going to be enough though? Oh no! They line up for Shao, but luckily the knights come through for Shrew. The first round achieved for SKADE, finally on the board, but it is all about making that happen now from here on out. It needs to be a minimum 9-3.
Were those shock darts Shao's, or was that SKADE? Shrew almost died to it. I'm wondering if Shao maybe shot them up in the air just before he went out for the fight. And like just because we've seen that before. I've seen Shao do it in the past where he just shoots arrows vertically up. And then waits
for them to land.
I've seen him do it here on bind on the A side on default, and I'm pretty sure once he did it full speed with double bounce on, and so it was just going up and down and up and down, and then eventually it lands. And what that even does is it stops diffuses sometimes, because if someone is low and they hear it coming down, they might come off it to run away, but then it bounces back up, and they're like, oh damn, and they don't have time to really stick it then fully. So it can win you rounds, but yeah, I wonder. I might be able to watch that back and see if Shao maybe threw that one out. Either way, I didn't get the kill, just lit him to 7 HP. And there would have been a teammate there to defuse afterwards, but you could see how under the right circumstance that could win you around.
SKADE now, though, it's all about finding success, and with Shrew going down instantly, he tries to find him a bit of an early advantage, but that's not going to work out. FPX with a one-man lead straight off the back of this. It's actually forcing over quite a rotation away from B. And they don't have the information. There's still plenty of time on the clock. Do not overcommit to this, SKADE.
Yeah, you gotta really look at, in situations like this, how do you react? You know, they've gone for the rotate over to B with the 2 players. LATEKS can delay them slightly if the paranoia comes through on time. Oh well, never mind the paranoia, because he's been naded to death. He walked right into it.
And the revives come in, so again, ultimates needing to be spent for them to try and find success, but they're still going to be down a man. Limpone's position is going to be revealed. He's pumping out the shock darts, but there's some firing back his way as well. Oh, nicely done, but it's only one. And this is the problem. The refragging, the trading is just on point here for FPX. Look at the way Angel's just playing off the top of this. He's waiting for them to push through. He's saying, do it. Test me. I'm ready to take the shots. And we talk about Angel being an entry fragger. He's the Vandal man. He smacks those heads all day long. And FPX once again just dominating on these rounds. Shadow's just saying, cool, keep lining up for me, no problem at all. 3 still alive, 10-1. And SKADE won't be able to chain more than 1 round up on that scoreboard thus far. And they're very low on money again, Midge.
Yeah, no, the money is not looking ideal, but even if it was, even if they got double operators, it's 10-1. This is potentially 11 on the board for FPX and a half, which means that normally a pistol win gives you the game. That's ridiculous. SKADE's map pick, and I know I said coming in FPX favorites to win. I said hopefully we're going to see a one-sided game. Realistically, based on the SKADE that beat Team Liquid, it should have been.
You mean hopefully we're not going to see a one-sided game?
Oh, sorry. Did I say hopefully we see what? No.
Yeah.
Sorry to be mean to SKADE. I didn't mean that. I didn't want them to get destroyed. Just to be very clear. It's a very angry
making
fans
sure
now.
I'm keeping aware of you, mate. Don't worry. Oh, dear.
Thank you, Banks.
Limpone tries to drop the ult, and instead, Zyppaan's like, "Don't worry, I've got mine." The Cypher uploads come through as well. Ooh, that's better from Shrew though. This might give him a chance because he's in bathroom. Oh, Epzz's found one with the sheriff as well. Zyppaan overextending, but look at the quick turnaround. All right, we'll just go B then, lads. No problem. Oh, LATEKS. If he could have landed that, certainly would have been possible. He's popped his ult as well, but not again. Epzz thinks he has a chance, thinks he has a hope. Shadow is just rocking him with the operator. Now it's a 2v1 and they both have their ults.
Just look, Banks, at the communication there. You know, you've the TP committed. You have a paranoia up in 1 second once that TP's finished, and Epzz just pushes in. He just goes right in for that kill without the paranoia. It's down to a second, and that gives you a massive advantage in the fight. This is going to be a very brave attempt to dash through, but now the first ultimate baited out. It's going to catch Shrew. He smokes it so he can stay alive back there. They know he's there. Surely, hello? Guys,
Shadow.
Pay attention to the smoke. But the Hunter's Fury's online, and this is where it should come down to bear. Hunter activated, one hit gonna go through immediately. Here's the second commitment, updraft to dodge it, waiting out that third and final, but here it is. He's got room on the side. Oh my God, Shrew! What a play, but he misses it by a millisecond.
Oh, Shao. We've seen Shao miss that back at the Allied Odyssey event. This time, he got so lucky because he didn't kill him with it. It just came down to timing. 11-1, which should realistically be 10-2 right now, Mitch. Oh, my.
He did everything right, man. He tanks the first hit. He updrafts. He waits out the next one. Finds the gap in it as well. Oh, that is literally down to the keyboard that he has. Like, it was so
it's
like a millisecond.
If I just pressed it, if I could have just reached it, if it would have. Oh,
God, that sucks. If his keyboard wire was 2 centimeters shorter, it would have worked out for him.
I like how you're trying to sell that. It was 2 millimeters, you know. Why?
If it was wireless, like my headset that Logitech gave me, then we'd be sorted.
Well, it's the fastest wireless technology you can get, Mitch. So if it was a Logitech one, he wouldn't have missed it, you know.
And realistically, it is
transmitted straight through.
It is for pros, isn't it? Like it is called the Pro X. So you want to get a Pro X wireless? It's the way to go.
Oh, doesn't matter what headset you have though. If you're going up against Zyppaan, because he's just taking your head off. That headset lasts 2 seconds. Molly's going to go out, and actually Shrew further forward with the shorty. Shorty on pistol rounds. Is that desperate measures, or it's going to work out in a big way? This is nice. Shao's waiting for the backup. They've got lamps control, but he's not able to check out bathrooms just yet.
They're going to presumably heal him up.
Oh, perfect. The flash comes out. Shao's ready for it. But now it's defending on this other side. Shrew's very low. They can't heal him up. Oh, they can heal him up, actually. What's the timing on it? 18 seconds. Might not be possible. The flash is going forward. The shot's coming out, but he's able to back away for now. They've got to play this so smart. Oh, Meddo. He delivers it. It's all on Shrew. He's able to do it, but it's only good for one. It'll be an easy defuse coming in from Shao. Yeah.
Is that easy? Are you sure? I don't know about that. Oh.
Told you, Mitch.
0.51.
I've got these right every time.
Come on.
You cannot fault my timing.
0.51. Easy diffuse, Banks. My shorts would be a different color if that was if that was me.
Mate, I'm all about hold it down, full commit, you know. I know what my timing's at.
It's like in a movie when they're just like the guy's sweating, like shaking as he clips the final wire. Oh.
The 30-minute defuse when it has 5 seconds left on it, you know, and they drag it out in the movie.
Yeah, like, beep, 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 beep. And they're there like for another 5 minutes just cutting away
talking to someone about it as well. They're like, they're having the evil fight with the villain, and they're like, you won't defuse the bomb. And he's like, it's got 5 seconds, and there's 10 minutes of dialogue, and you're like, yes, this is the longest 5 seconds of our life.
Oh man, 12-1. This is insane. FPX really are like that final boss, but in a Dark Souls game. I wouldn't know. I've never made it to anywhere near the end. I put a hole in my wall playing that game. That was
brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
It was not. I threw my controller. I didn't realize how soft the wall it was where I was. It's unfortunate.
Well, what could be unfortunate is this scoreline if SKADE don't do something magical here. Shrew, be careful. My God, the flame at your feet does so much damage. He's trying to push forward with the judge. The rest of them have tried to escape to B, but look, they're ready and waiting for it. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. This is less than ideal. It's all on the Sage, and he goes down 13-1 FPX.